Hey guys, what is going on? It's me, KingAssassinable here, and welcome to another video for you guys right here on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty World War 2. So obviously this is a new Call of Duty game that is coming out this year. I know I haven't done a video on Call of Duty in a long time on this channel. In fact, I haven't uploaded in well over a year's time, and I do apologize for that, guys. It's just honestly, I've lost a lot of interest in Call of Duty over recent years. And, you know, finally they've brought out something that I find quite interesting. So I want to talk about from the beta whether I think this game is going to be good or not. And honestly, guys, first thoughts, I think it is going to be a good game. After playing the beta for the last 2 weekends, I've really got a liking to this game. And it's something quite impressive for me, as I haven't really enjoyed any of the last few COD games over the last few years. I just felt like they all had a sort of big change to them, which I never really enjoyed, you know, with the sort of changes in movement and all that sort of stuff. But I'm happy to report that with Call of Duty World War 2, they finally made some of the changes that I think were needed to bring Call of Duty back to what it used to be, which I think is absolutely amazing. So let's talk about some of the differences between Call of Duty World War 2 and some of the other Call of Duty games. So obviously we're going to be talking about multiplayer first, as the beta was delved into multiplayer and we haven't really experienced any of the single player or zombies yet. So let's talk about multiplayer. How is it different exactly? Well, you see, in this game they've completely changed the old creator class system from the old Call of Duty games, and they've replaced it with something called divisions. So there's no more pick 10 or any of that sort of stuff. You have different divisions which are, you know, subject to different sort of play styles or different weapon styles. So you have the infantry division, which is for assault rifles, the airborne division for SMGs, the armored division for LMGs, the mountain division for snipers, and the expeditionary division for shotgun players. So the way it works is that you level each division, and then it affects the playstyle of using different weapon types. And with each level up you get additional sort of perks for that sort of class, which are relevant to a specific weapon type. So for example, with the SMG division, if you level that up, you unlock sort of abilities like increased movement speed, ability to sort of regain your sprint faster, moving over obstacles faster, all the sort of stuff that are relevant to different playstyles of using the different weapons. With the assault rifle one, the infantry one of the first level ups you get is that you are able to equip 3 attachments on your weapon as opposed to 2. I should point out that you can use any of the different divisions with any of the weapons in the game. So if you wanted to take an SMG and you wanted 3 attachments on it, you'd be able to run the infantry division with it. It's just that you then wouldn't get the benefits of using the airborne division, which is meant for SMGs. So anyway, as well as that, we've also got basic training, which replaces the whole perk system, whereby each one of the basic trainings has its own perk-like effect. So obviously in the old COD games, you got to choose 3 different perk slots. You could have, you know, additional things that would allow you to have 2 perks from each section. They've sort of done away with all of that, and now they have a system called basic training. And essentially, each of the basic trainings are sort of have the same effects as perks from the old Call of Duty games. So you got basic trainings that affect things like being able to pick up ammo drops, which is sort of like scavenger from the old game. And there's also the one that's like hardline. That's the one I ended up running in the end because I found it really awesome because it allowed me to get a lot of my kill streaks really easily. You guys are going to see some kill streak gameplay in this video right here because I've got a lot of gameplay that I got from the beta, which is really awesome. But the game feels more balanced with the classes being ran this way, where you can't have lots of sort of OP perks all together equipped. Instead, you can only have one at a time. For example, if I wanted to take the basic training that's similar to like the hardline perk, which is called requisitions in this game, then I wouldn't also be able to have the option to pick up ammo from dead bodies. So you can only take one at a time, which I think makes it more interesting. It makes people less sort of overpowered than they would otherwise be in older Call of Duty games. And I just find it makes the whole system a lot more balanced. You have to choose what best suits you for your given class and playstyle. Let's talk about score streaks real quick. So I think some of the score streaks in this game are really awesome. They've got things such as the flamethrower returning, obviously really cool. Something I should say about score streaks in this game, how they differ from older ones. In older Call of Duty games, if you were like midway through using a score streak, say it was something like a flamethrower or something, if you used like half the tank on it and then you died, you would obviously lose that score streak and you'd no longer be able to use it. They've changed that with this game, and I'm not sure if I like it or don't like it. I'd say I probably like it a bit more, but they've made it so that you can carry on using your score streaks after you die. So say you've got a flamethrower, you use it a little bit, kill 1 or 2 enemies, and then you die. You can come back and you'll have the same amount of fuel left in it as you did when you died, so you can carry on using it again. Similar to that, if you have something like the I believe they're the Molotov cocktails. They used to have originally 2 in the beginning of the beta. I think they've changed it down to 1 you can only have at a time now. But originally when it was 2, you could throw one of them, die, and then come back and carry on using your other one. So the highest score streak that was in the game was the paratroopers. You guys are going to see some gameplay of that in the video right here. The paratroopers, I think, are really awesome. It's essentially some AI bots that come down from the sky and they have guns. They go on to shoot your enemies. It's essentially the sort of dogs from the older Call of Duty games, although I'd say they're less sort of overpowered than those because they are just sort of like normal players. You can just shoot them and kill them. So I'd say they're probably pretty easy to counter. I've never actually come against them in the beta, but I have got them a couple of times, and I really enjoy using them. Obviously there will be more score streaks in the full game, but as of now the paratroopers was the highest score streak. Let's talk about maps real quick. So the great thing about the maps, I really like the design of all of them within the game. Whether some of them sort of become annoying to play compared to others or not, all of the maps in the beta I found just look really amazing, with them all having sort of historical World War II themes to them all. For example, the start of the Gibraltar map, which is the one you guys are seeing now, it just looks really nice to me. Now obviously graphics haven't ever really been COD's strong suit, but I think at least this game everything sort of looks really nice in the maps, as well as multiplayer having lots of gore and its battles between people. It just all looks really awesome, and I think the map designs are really cool. Now you guys are welcome to disagree with me on that if you want, but I personally believe that the maps all look really great. But based on what I've played so far within the World War II beta, I really do think that this is going to be a good Call of Duty game, which I'm very happy to say, because I haven't played Call of Duty in a long time, guys. I've got into playing a lot of other games in the last year or so, because honestly Call of Duty just haven't been a big thing for me. I think the last few games they really sort of messed it up, and it was starting to go really downhill, but I really do think World War II is a good game, and I'm looking forward to picking it up when it releases on November 4. Now there's not a whole lot known yet about the other modes of the game, such as the campaign or the zombies mode. We do know they are going to have a zombies mode. They released a trailer for it earlier on in the year, and from what the trailer showed us, it looks like they're going for a sort of scary theme with the zombies. We don't actually know what the sort of gameplay is going to be like. I'm imagining it will be similar to how the Treyarch games play it, but we don't actually know yet because they haven't really revealed any sort of gameplay to it. But as long as the multiplayer is good with this game, which I can say I do think it is, then that's sort of the main important thing for playing Call of Duty, because at the end of the day, whether the campaign is really great or not, and the zombies and everything, everyone sort of ends up playing multiplayer in the end, and if it has a really good multiplayer to it, then it's going to be a well enjoyed Call of Duty game, and I'm happy to say that this is a fun Call of Duty game. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded on this channel, but thank you guys so much for all the support, and I'll catch you guys on another video.